Power on. Select your players.
Pierre, Sarah, Glenn.
Select your topic.
Games.
Select your format.
Entertaining podcast.
They're called the Button Boys. So make some fucking noise. 'Cause they're gonna talk about video gaming and stuff.
Button Boys.
Welcome to Button Boys, where I've been doing some guest booking or attempted guest booking for the months ahead. And we have our first celebrity message, and I'm going to play it to you.
Oh. Hello, Button Boys. Firstly, yes, I'd love to come on as a guest, but also just wanted to say I love the show and you're doing great work. Keep at it.
Guesses?
Jarlath.
Graham Lennon. Welcome to the show. I'm Glenn Moore, joined as ever by Sarah Keyworth and Pierre Novelli. How have you both been? That's cool.
You stood outside for so long loading that up. God, it's so like.
You deserve to have the curtain pulled on that.
Everyone watching this is like, oh, that's a funny gag. But they haven't seen that behind the curtain of this is us going, Glenn, are you coming in? I'm just trying to load something.
I was asking my friend Matt to send that. I said, could you do an Irish accent and send me this voice
like
now?
At the end of Goodfellas, flushing. Oh, it's
It's
just loading.
That's Northern Irish. Do it again. Re-record.
I was really excited.
Shout out to Jarlath Regan.
Shout out to Jarlath Regan, an excellent comedian.
Guilty.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
My money was on Patrick Guilty.
We start with the same question we always ask, which is, what have we been playing?
I've been playing Hell Let Loose with the Boys, by which I mean Button Boys, by which I mean our fans, our listeners.
Great. How's it been?
How lovely.
It's very nice because it's such a co-op heavy game. And if you join a server where no one's on mic and everyone hasn't played before, it is just like a hiking simulator where you get shot in the head at the end.
So like walking onto farmer's land by accident simulator.
Yeah.
I've walked onto Tony Martin's run.
Yeah. Worst case scenario on Duke of Edinburgh simulator.
Duke of Edinburgh, rural Alabama edition.
Yeah, shot in the head, but at the same time, UCAS points that might tow this one over the line.
Well, he hasn't got a head anymore.
It was 2 more volunteer days away from meeting the king.
You lost your head, brilliant. Well done.
Do they meet the king? No, they meet Duke of
I
Edinburgh.
don't, that'd be mad.
They meet the new Duke of Edinburgh.
Who's the Duke of Edinburgh these days?
It's Edward.
Oh, right. It doesn't matter.
Oh.
Not as exciting, is it?
No.
As the guy's banging the Queen. Like, it's not as exciting, is
The
it?
guy. No.
What? Oh, no, yeah. He was.
Yeah, what did you think I meant?
Oh, I got my men mixed up.
Right, okay. Well, in any case, if the royal family was always so incestuous, it could have been anyone.
Yeah.
So Hell Let Loose.
Yeah, that doesn't narrow it.
So when you're the only one with a microphone, it's like you're playing with 4 mannequins that have been barely brought to life by an evil wizard, because they've just sort of got guns and they're just sort of going.
And they're silent. They're real people,
They're
but they're
completely
silent.
silent and they can't hear anything you're saying because they turn off the comms completely.
Okay.
Because
Does this happen a lot?
It happens when there's a free weekend or game pass.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Because people are. I used to be like this, so I sympathise. It's socially awkward to be like, click. Hello?
Yeah.
Are we all playing the game together? Because it's just frightening, especially if you're used to Call of Duty lobbies.
Yeah.
Where, as discussed, the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 or 11.
People refuse to go on without a mouthful of crisps.
A mouthful of crisps, and then just in the background, 4 different Spanish songs.
Yeah. You go, are you playing on a balcony in a favela?
Your background sound sounds like the ambient sounds for one of the levels in Brazil. It doesn't make any sense.
There's actually a guy in a perfectly silent apartment and he's playing that noise.
Or it's theatre of the mind radio.
Yeah.
So I can understand the shyness, but it does mean that you just have these like completely flailing, not speaking, not listening people who you're desperately trying to say, there's a tank, and they just go. just get evaporated.
And it's not immersive either.
No.
I think that's probably like what war is actually like.
But to be fair,
Yeah.
It's
at least
probably
if you
was.
Shell-shocked teens.
If you found yourself in a platoon with a bunch of fucking idiots and you're like, oh fucking, what am I going to do with these lads? And you're the only one who's got your head screwed on, and you are going no. Oh fuck, we've lost another.
Yeah, the gay one's writing a poem again. Can you just, Wilfred, eyes up.
The gay one. The gay. Oh my god, I'm stuck in war with the idiots and the gays. What am I going to do?
But at least in that situation, genuine fear of death would inspire some good listening, like at nursery. Not kind hands, violent hands.
Yes,
Gun
yeah.
hands. Remember, everyone, violent hands, good listening.
Yeah,
violent hands.
Don't keep your hands and feet to yourself.
Yeah.
Use your som voice.
Bite if you have to. But instead, it's just like running around, getting blown up loads, and then rage quitting because they're used to Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So when you play with a dedicated group of legends,
Fellow LARPers.
just people with a basic awareness of how the game works, full comms.
Yeah.
Feel like the Avengers.
Oh man,
It's just fucking flying.
it is flying. And I mean, our team lost, but we were vastly outperforming the rest of the team, all the different squads, because you can see the squad scores.
And what's the score based on? Just kill count or?
No. It's kills don't even add up to that much of points.
Grace and poise.
Grace and poise.
It's a genuine question.
Those are the two poets in the squad.
Yeah.
Grace and poise.
But what, the missions you have to do?
No. So there is offense, defense,
Charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
offense, defense, kills, and like support.
Okay.
So, for example, you could have a score of like 80,000, but just by building supply things.
And is that high? Like, what's the, not to get all 10,000 crystals, but what,
Oh, yeah.
What's low, what's high in terms of?
So support scores should be in the thousands
Okay.
if you're bothering to do that.
Yeah.
A kill only gets you 6 points.
But what?
So it depends on which category.
But what is support? How are you getting points for support?
You're an engineer.
Okay.
You build a anti-tank trap.
Okay.
You're a medic and you revive people.
And you,
Oh, I see.
and you check in with people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Samaritans.
How's the
How are you
poem
feeling
going?
today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So support is stuff that isn't directly combat based. Also, your commander, so the guy who's in charge of the whole team of 50, can call in airstrikes, can spawn tanks for you to get into, using resources. Those resources only accrue if you build the buildings that make the resources.
Got it.
And the engineers, that's their job.
I've
And if you
never-
don't build it, your
I've
team
never
doesn't get
had
it.
eyes on this game.
Yeah.
So the scope of it seems impossible to me.
Yeah.
What are you looking at on the screen?
What's the first-person shooter
A
like
French
Call of
village.
Duty?
Yeah.
First-person shooter, but and you just decide in your first person, I'm going to go and be supportive.
So you click engineer, you decide to be, I'll be an engineer. And then you get like wrench
Yeah.
and a hammer, and you build like a little thing that gives munitions to your commander.
And that somebody is just doing that
That's
for the
your job.
entire time.
Ideally, but in a team, like there's no way of forcing people to do it. You have to just volunteer to work together to do the grunt work.
Because, for instance, didn't use the tank as like the perfect example of there's one person driving the tank and they're just driving the tank. There's one person operating the
Gun.
the turret of the tank, and that's the only thing they're doing. Yeah.
And then there's a commander as well.
So commander is eye in the sky, right? Where are that?
So in that case, I was referring to the tank commander. So
Okay.
there's 3 in a tank.
Wow.
Sexy.
Yeah.
And the guy who's the tank commander, his job is to be like on little army toys for kids, like the guy with the binoculars sticking out the top.
Yeah.
That's all he does.
Okay.
Look for things.
Yeah.
So he'll be going shoot over there because he'll be able to see something that the guy stuck in the tank operating the gun can't see.
Got it. Yeah.
So if you don't have all 3 people in there, it's so much less effective.
Yeah.
And you need to all be talking. And the commander is the eye in the sky. You do run around. You're physically manifest. You're not like just an eye.
Yes.
But you can set up recons, which like show up the enemy as little red dots on the map. You know, you can drop supplies. You can,
So what are our... we haven't really got names for our listeners, have we?
The buttons.
The buttholes.
The buttholes.
What are they like
Horrible.
to play with? What are the buttholes like to play with?
What are the buttholes like to play with?
You heard me.
Very responsive.
Yeah. It's all about communication.
Very responsive.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're
Incredibly
a
open.
tight group. Yeah. Yes, very good. We did very, very well. We were
Good
the
on
only
you, butthole.
Yeah, we were the only thing holding that already quite shit team together, frankly. And we lost the commander for a bit. But it's just when everyone's communicating and everyone basically knows how the game works and is willing to. The worst thing in the world is to be playing with strangers and just be like, well, I'm busy doing this role and I can't switch out of it. Can someone just go support and drop a box of supplies? It takes 2 seconds and they won't do it.
Can I ask, I mean, in terms of how many people would be on the Allies team, for instance?
It's 50v50.
50v50. Okay, so can you hear 50 voices? Or is it? No, so it's limited.
So, normal soldier,
Yeah.
just hear your squad of 6.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Right.
There's proximity chat,
Got it.
but that's a different thing.
So 2 squads next to each other could hear each other because of proximity chat, but generally you can only hear the other 5 people.
Only if you select proximity chat.
Got it.
The commander talks to the squad leaders. The commander
I
can't.
love this trickle down.
Yeah.
Great.
So the commander talks to squad leaders talk to squads.
Yeah.
How do you become a commander?
You just click, I'll do that. And some servers have limits where it's like, you can't do it if you're under level 50 because you'll ruin the game.
And it has to be one person.
Yeah.
So what if everyone wants that role?
People don't because it's a bit more admin heavy and you don't get to kind of run around with a machine gun and blowing things up. So
What's your favourite role?
I like being a commander.
Okay.
Oh,
I do like it, yeah. As long as the team's not full of shithouses.
Yeah.
You want to, because you're there looking at a map just going, okay, Bravo, please go south, and then just nothing happens, and you go, type it in the chat, like look up their username on the score screen to try and figure out if they speak a different language. I once played in a 2-man sniper squad.
Putting it in Google Translate.
Genuinely, I was a sniper, and the sniper teams are like sniper and spotter.
Great.
It's just a squad of 2.
Yeah.
And not everyone can be a sniper. You can only have 2 snipers per team per game.
Okay.
So it was me and my spotter, and he was from mainland China, and he was talking to me through a translator and reading it out phonetically.
Wow.
So he could understand a bit of English, but he knew what he wanted to say.
Yeah.
And he
That's
just needed
better than you trying to speak Chinese.
completely.
Yeah.
He'd say shan shan, and that's it. And once you've done that, once you've said hello,
Yeah.
but he was like, he's the one giving instructions.
Right.
So I could hear him reading it out phonetically. But it was quite
So you
funny.
get stuff from Duolingo being like, my grandmother goes to the shops. And I can't. This is useless.
But he was just saying, like, there is a guy in the 2nd floor window. I'd be like,
Horrible way to get that information.
Slowly
delivered.
But and it all
There
hinges on the final word.
guy, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
Where's the guy?
I think he'd hooked it up to be listening to what I said as well, though, because he could understand what I said.
He was playing at the UN.
Yeah, all those black and white pictures of Nuremberg.
Yeah.
He was responding to what I said, but only after a short delay. So I think he'd rigged up some kind of, like,
Wow.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
God, you've
type-
got to really want to play a game.
Well, that's great because you go, I'm playing with someone who obviously cares so much about
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
experience right now.
Yeah, but also just that's the kind of person I think who's best suited to a game like that, where, look, someone needs to build this thing. And like you can win a game if just 4 people can be bothered to build some barricades.
Yeah.
Because everyone else just wants to be like Rambo.
I
Rambo doesn't win the game.
I already know, and this is not a language or a cultural thing. I would have nothing to say to that guy.
Yeah.
All you need to say is, I got him.
I was just having.
I got him.
If we met just socially, we have nothing in common. Absolutely nothing in common.
Well, I mean, speaking of the people you were sort of alongside, I mean, how did our listeners do?
Really good. Yeah, really
Was
good.
it a mix of people who'd never played before, or was it people who seem to have a bit of experience?
A couple of people who've done it a lot, and some people who are sort of new to the game, but across the mechanics.
Yeah.
Really good. And if you're listening and you want to get involved, then you need to sign up to the Patreon. The free tier will get you access to the Discord, and on the Discord you can find out how to join us on Steam. We're going to look for a console company. We've got Button Boys Battalion for PC, but then underneath that is console company. The crossplay's not there yet, so we need someone to lead the console players. Yeah?
Yeah, why not?
You volunteering?
We'll do it together.
Okay.
We'll communicate.
I
would love
I can't
this.
lead this.
No, neither can I. But if we do it together, it's going to be absolutely fine.
We will need a commander.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're applications in the Discord.
Yeah.
For Console Company Commander,
Is-
CCC.
Anybody confident going command?
Yes, please let us know. Don't send
Buttholes, are
pics.
you there?
Any Commando buttholes.
Yeah.
Please.
We need to take on the Germans. I have been playing a game called Dench Attack.
Fucking hell.
Sounds yucky.
Right, go on. What are you picturing?
It's just so you, isn't it, to see the word denture in a game and go, oh yes.
Denture?
Yeah.
No, Dench Attack. So not Judi Dench. DENSH attack, all one word.
I thought you said denture attack.
Yeah, me too.
Oh right, okay, sorry.
Genuinely thought it's a dental nurse simulator.
No,
Yeah.
I was nervous
You've got
about.
streams of elderly people coming in.
I was
and you've
nervous
got
about.
You've got to fit their denture.
I was working out how I was going to pronounce
I was
it because
like,
I was like,
this is Glenn all
you
over
guys are going to be
it.
like, it's Dame Judi Dench the game, and I thought that's the direction it was going to go in, and I've managed to dismay myself even more.
Oh, I'm sorry to get angry.
Look, if you like Dolly Ollie World, this is so up your street.
Repeat the name of it again.
Dench Attack. DENSHATTACK. Dench Attack.
One word.
All one word.
Dench
It's
attack.
incredibly Japanese.
Okay.
Right.
So, anime vibrant style, like Jet Set Radio, Hi-Fi Rush, that sort of thing. Really, really bright and colourful. And it's Ollie Ollie World, but now third person, like Tony Hawk's. And it's grinding on rails, and it's following tracks, it's ducking, it's leaping over obstacles, except you are a giant, like, yellow American school bus. Hello, this is Glenn with a correction. As you can probably hear in the background, I'm currently playing Dench Attack as we speak. And I realised the second I got home that you don't play as a bus, you obviously play as a train. The entire game takes place on train tracks. It's so clearly a train. I don't know why I kept saying bus. Please don't come at me.
Okay.
Yeah, it is
Magic School Bus.
absolutely phenomenal. There is a storyline.
We talked about Magic School Bus last week.
Yeah, Miss Frizzle.
There we go. The
Frizzle?
storyline is nonsensical, and to the point where the intro's like, you don't need to. The buses are how you get around. These buses are how you get around, and that's how you're doing stuff like ramen deliveries at the beginning.
Okay.
But you are going on these like train tracks, but then whenever you sort of like hit an obstacle or you go over a ramp, a bit like in any other sort of skateboarding game, you sort of use the right stick in a certain configuration to like ollie and kickflip, but just with an enormous bus. And it's so comically fast-paced. There's so much going on. There's so much spinning that I found myself like laughing loads. It was such a strange reaction it had. It is so intense.
Yeah.
It's honestly bonkers to look at. The stuff that's going on, you can't believe that you're in control of it.
Yeah.
But a lot of it's that Subway Surfers style of thing of like leap to the left track because an obstacle's coming, leap to this side of a track. Sometimes the camera will turn Crash Bandicoot style and stuff's about to hit you in the bum, and so you got to jump tracks. And like Ollie Ollie World, it's very forgiving. As long as you can just reach the end of a level, that's enough to progress to the next one.
Great.
But obviously, it wants you to hit certain targets of like. Grind along this certain area, destroy 10 bottles, all that sort of stuff, perform this many tricks. It's absolutely phenomenal. You can play it on Game Pass, but you can play it on consoles as well. It's definitely on the Switch, it's on PlayStation.
Sounds like so much better than the denture thing. And the reason I judged you is, and
it's because I have form for this.
You have form for this, and this is a Patreon plug. But we've started playing a new game for the Patreon. We will get really into it on that episode.
We're playing Heavy Rain, the PS3 classic.
We're playing Heavy Rain. I'm so angry.
Well, you know in Heavy
I
Rain,
couldn't be more angry.
you know,
That's all I'll say right now. We're going to talk
I
about it on
cannot
Patreon.
wait to hear your guys' perspective on Heavy Rain.
Yeah, that is why I reacted so violently to thinking you were playing a denture
Well, you know
game.
when you have to like open a cupboard in Heavy Rain and it's sort of like having to use the right stick to go down and then round in a circle, that sort of thing. That's what Dench Attack is in terms of like your combos and your throws.
Yeah.
It's so hilariously intense. It's a visual feast. I'm playing it on Game Pass. I'm having an absolute blast with it.
I will add
something
I forgot to mention and clarify. If you do sign up to the Patreon, the free tier, and join the Discord, you can watch me stream playing Hell Let Loose, which I did, with the other Button Boys. So even if you don't want to play the game or it sounds like too fucking real to get your head blown off in a field in Normandy, you can watch that happen to me.
Like live leak footage.
There is a clip which is like live leak footage of a German Panzer Shrek rocket blowing my head off.
Yes, and then the camera panning slightly to the right to reveal the tank that you hadn't seen. That was like 2 meters.
No, but that's a friendly tank.
Oh!
No, as in like the German was trying to shoot a rocket at my friend's tank, and I popped my head up going like, enemies?
yeah.
Like I did the equivalent of going, no!
Yeah.
Leaping in front of a rocket that was intended for a perfectly fine tank.
Yeah.
Really horrible.
You were a poo.
I was a poo.
Yeah.
And it's just full like red mist.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Sarah, what have you been playing?
I've been playing Highland Song, which is
Yay!
you lent me on Nintendo Switch. It is absolutely beautiful.
Isn't it
It's
nice?
such a stunning game. It's
But apparently my taste is shit, and I like dentures.
I stand by everything. I said. Yeah, okay, you can get it right sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, on my Steam wish list is a game called Shark Dentist, so it's,
Yeah, I know who you are. I know you, Glenn.
take us through a
And
Highland
also,
song.
if there were a denture fitting game, tell me you wouldn't play it.
You'd play it.
I probably would, yeah. I've played games where like you're a mortician and you have to do stuff involving like teeth and the like. So yeah, I've played 2 mortician games. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Sorry. I love a job in a game.
You do.
Highland Song.
Highland Song. You play as it's in the Highlands, Scotland. If you're not familiar, you play as a little girl. She's decided to run away from home. Unclear as to why. The graphics are just stunning. It's just beautiful, almost like watercolor. It's just these Highlands are so beautifully portrayed in this game, and you're just running and climbing up these peaks.
2D side scroller.
2D side scroller. You're running, climbing up these peaks. You get like an achievement every time you reach a peak of the Highlands. You can find little maps, and there are different points that you have to reach. And it's all being told through this story. She's trying to find her uncle. She's trying to travel to see her uncle Hamish, and she's sort of reminiscing about letters that he used to send to her when she was a child. But it's the definition of a cozy game. The only real sort of like challenge point is she does have a health bar, and that will go down if you sort of fall and hurt yourself a little bit. And it's so true to the Highlands, it rains every fucking minute. And it torrentially rains, and you've got to find shelter, and you've got to find somewhere to rest.
Are there midges?
I haven't counted midges yet.
But there's survival elements. You've got to keep yourself sort of topped up.
Survival side scroller, but mostly it's just really beautiful. And then there's this quite sort of fun sprint mechanic where you got to play it with your headphones on or listen with the sound on. You can't, because the music is so integral to it. But there's this sort of sprint function where you run along, and with a deer as well. There's a sort of deer just running.
Every time you
alongside
see the deer, suddenly the music bit kicks in,
and
it's like
it's
pressure
proper like
free.
Highland jig. Fiddles playing, and you have to hit X on these light points, but you jump in time to the music, and it's very, very, very musical. It's called Highland Song, so that's kind of the point.
Yeah.
Very musical. It's very pretty. It's very Scottish. I don't really know what's going on.
There's not much to it. It's just
Yeah.
it was like a much gentler version of Cairn, that mountain climbing game I played earlier on this year, where that was like, well, this is a fucking survival game, and you've got to get your limbs in the right position. This is more like
Or a long
decision
hike,
based of like, can I? Yeah.
But there's no sort of wrong decision making.
Well, I was nervous playing it because I was like, what if the health bar reaches 0? Does that mean the entire journey starts afresh?
I was worried. I'm worried she'll die.
Because I managed to get her to the end,
She's really young.
way past schedule. Because she's trying to do it by a certain day.
Is she? Oh,
Yeah,
well.
I was days late.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, but you're right about definition of a cozy game. I played it a couple of years ago when it came out. It was like a week before Christmas. I was doing a gig in Amsterdam, and I played it on the Eurostar there. And surrounded by French people in nice big thick jumpers, and it was I just felt
It's such
amazing.
If anybody's listening to this and is going to the Edinburgh Fringe, I would suggest playing it
yeah.
on the train.
Play it on the train there. When you get to the Berwick upon Tweed bit
Oh.
of the journey, and you see the sea on one side of you and
Perfect.
catch on it. Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're enjoying it.
It's just it's making me feel a little bit nostalgic. It's kind of children's book-esque
Yeah.
in the way
Yeah.
that it's, but like those really sort of high art, beautifully painted children's books.
Yeah.
Not the sort of like bouncy bubblegum.
Not Granny Pooda Bank or whatever.
No, not Granny Pooda.
No, granny birthday card.
Yeah.
Gentle watercolor of a cricket bat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's that. It's
Absolute
that.
Granny,
It's Granny's birthday card for you.
Yeah.
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 Is it like anything? Do you think? I'm trying to think what it was. Artful Escape is probably the closest thing. The people who made Mixtape, their first game was a bit like this.
Yeah, I'd say it is one of those games where it's like this. It is just telling you a story, a very gentle story, and it's very cultural. I suppose it's very very specific to Scotland and the Highlands.
Yeah.
She said something earlier? She's a little Scottish girl. She goes, "Uncle Hamish, I can't believe I'm doing this. I must be off my trolley." And she goes, "And on the word of Uncle Hamish, he hasn't even got a trolley." And I was like, "That's great.
Yeah, it's oh god, it's great.
That's great. That's lovely.
It makes me want to replay it.
That's lovely Scottish stuff, that."
Which actually brings us on to today's topic of replayability. Games that, for one reason or another, you will never ever play again.
Yeah.
Not because you hated them.
Or because you hated them. Because there are games...
Games that you played through.
Yes.
Not games you rage quit.
No. There are games that I hated but persevered and forced myself to reach the end. And then went, never again. There's games I loved that I thought never again. There's games that were so long you think never again. So what's the first one that comes to mind for you guys?
Button Boys.
Inside is my first thought.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't play it again because once you know what's happened at the end, I don't think the part of that game is the intrigue of there's no story is being told really. There's no words in it.
Yeah, I've played it twice.
I wouldn't play it twice.
Yeah, but I think I forgot the end. The ending is so mad that I think I almost blocked it out the second time. And when it happened again, I was like, when was this?
Yeah.
Like, it was a bit like that, yeah.
And it's a bit of an ending.
Yeah.
That you kind of go, I'm not going to put him through that again.
Sort of similar for me, Return of the Obra Dinn, because it's a puzzle, right? So even though I played it years ago now, it was a lockdown streaming game for me, even though I obviously have no memory of the solutions to the puzzle.
Yeah.
I sort of know how it works and I know what happens. And also, I almost don't want to play it again because it was so good.
This is my Last of Us Part 2 thing. Yeah, it's you preserve the memory.
So Obra Dinn and Blueprints, I would say, just because I know how it works. I mean, I enjoyed both of those games so much that I dreamt about them. And you can't have that again. You can't go back. You can never go back. You can't go back. And
you won't be that Pierre anymore.
Yeah, and they both have.
You're a different Pierre now.
The past is empty. You can return, but there's no one there.
You can only know what you know, Pierre. You can't not know.
Everyone else is gone, even if you go back. Yes.
Do you think that would happen if you play Blueprints again? If you
all of that.
Yeah.
All of that would just play in my head on a loop. And then my eyes would go completely white. Like that, like this.
Yeah.
And then I'd just be found like that.
I think
days later.
Cold in the morning.
Yeah. Did you get to room 46? Yes.
Did you get to room 46? I have been to every room.
Post-mortem cause of death, trying to replay Blueprints.
Yeah.
I have the soundtrack now, Blueprints, on my... I love the Obra Dinn soundtrack, but it's a bit too... Here are hundreds of bells to work to on the train.
In my head...
clong, 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 you're in the Navy, clong.
Obra Dinn I felt was more like karaoke strings. Is how I would describe. Do you know what I mean? You know, you listen to a karaoke version of a song and you go, "This isn't the actual instrumental."
Yeah.
There weren't this many horns. Yeah, it's that.
Yeah.
The soundtrack did nothing for
Your
me.
brain is telling you that it must be lower budget, but it does sound big band.
Yeah. You give us loads of you, but you're all playing plastic instruments.
All playing synths.
Yeah.
100 synths. Yeah. Obra Dinn is too much like being trapped in a big bell being rung by sailors.
Yeah. What an insane fucking Disney ride that you'd encounter on Pirates of the Caribbean.
I'm the tongue of the bell.
Yeah.
And Bluto is ringing it.
Your ears are gonna hurt.
Whereas Blueprints, I can work to the kind of soft, intriguing saxophone sounds.
Yeah. Okay.
Of they're generally called like Pim and Gusset.
I'm sorry, what?
The two guys who do I think it's called dark jazz or something.
What is happening?
The
Dark jazz.
The genre,
It's all about the notes you do play. What's dark jazz?
like that kind of soft.
Well, you're going to get a Tor
sinister-
browser. It's the only way you can access the dark jazz. Yeah, police seized his hard drive. He was listening to loads of Miles Davis stuff he shouldn't have been listening to. listening to Miles Davis as a kid. Dark jazz. What the fuck is that?
only kids as Trig and Gusset. That's the name of the
Are
guys.
you serious?
Yeah.
Sorry. When you said Pim and Gusset or something like that, I thought, well, Gusset's the bit you've made up.
That's definitely Gusset.
Yeah. Oh no, that's the we keep that there. That's the constant.
The weird porn alter egos of Simon and Garfunkel. Or something.
Trig and Gusset.
Yeah. You go, pick a new name. Pick a new name for this.
Hello, dark web, my old friend. I've come to browse for porn again. While everyone on my street's sleeping.
My
You'll
husband
find
is
me-
addicted to dark jazz.
Yeah.
You'll find me online. Try something peeping.
Yeah.
Tom peeping.
Simon and not my real uncle.
So they do dark jazz, I think. Trig and Gusset.
Yeah.
Who I think are German or they're very Middle European.
They've
these
got to
guys.
be German.
Have to be.
They look pretty damn Germanic. And that's why it's that kind of dark, it's like soft saxophone that implies you're investigating a murder, but without being like American, all the trills and
Heavy
stuff.
rain.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, we'll get on to that.
I'm actually scared about the Patreon. I'm worried it's going to be you guys hitting me.
You're in trouble.
Get a real telling off.
It's someone Katie, one of Katie's friends, was about to go to a wedding with a boyfriend who she'd been going out for years, and he said, we need to have a really serious chat later, but let's do it after the wedding. And so and she was like, right, he's going to break up with me. And she had this whole day of his wedding filled with dread. And at the end of the day, if they broke up. And it was like, that is insane. And that's how I feel like this Patreon episode. I've got such an overwhelming sense of dread.
Yeah.
I'm really nervous about it. I know I'm in trouble. But the worst bit is you guys are still being friendly now.
Yeah.
We won't be in a little while. But no, everything's fine.
Completely two-faced.
You and I are going to have a little chat later on.
Yeah.
Just wait till your mother leaves.
Yeah.
Then we'll fucking...
You're sounding like my not real uncle.
So,
It's a horrible path to go down.
puzzle games. I won't ever try and recapture the magic. There's a difference, I think, between nostalgia brackets unattainable and nostalgia brackets. I could dip back in.
Yeah,
Sometimes you can dip back in. Age of Empires 2. You can dip back. I find that I get the little nostalgia.
Oh, it's so nostalgic.
And I can go
It
back.
holds up.
Yeah, it holds up.
But the control systems haven't changed in strategy games. They've certainly gotten more complex, but the basics of it, compared to, I'm playing a game at the moment called Shadow Man. You will remember the poster from this is from 1999. And I suddenly saw it on the Switch store, and I was like, "Oh my god, I remember this being
Shadow Man.
a PlayStation 1 game." You ever see that?
Let me see.
Shadow Man.
Is it
It's
the-
PS1? It's from 1999, and the remastered version popped up on the Switch store. I think he's like a superhero.
He looks like Robbie Williams in the Rock DJ video.
Yeah.
It's it's a very heavily
no.
voodoo-based game about a man going into the underworld, but it's PlayStation 1. I'm having such a difficult time with it because I haven't got any nostalgia because I didn't play it when it first came out. I think he is an existing DC or Marvel guy because he keeps on saying things like I of course need no introduction, and I'm like,
Wouldn't
sorry, have we
mind
met? Do I know you? Why? Who are you?
Please
I've
explain.
never seen this before in my life.
Okay, fair. It's
You want to
It's a
say
guy-
to them,
It's a guy wearing sort of Morpheus-esque sunglasses.
yeah.
almost
with,
welding goggles.
what looks like a sort of skull of a sheep
He's doing Hamlet with a sheep. Yeah.
attached to his chest.
Yes, and he's holding a skull.
He's holding
from
a
the top.
human skull.
You cup a skull, don't you?
And the skull's got fire in it, which wouldn't work.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
There's fire in the eyes of the skull, like it's a Halloween pumpkin.
I'm not having a good time with it because it makes me realise that PlayStation 1 games, the control systems were just so wildly different
Yeah.
to what we have now. The camera, we use now in third-person games to camera over the right shoulder, or it lets you switch to the left. PS1 games were GTA camera is directly behind you, and you can't rotate the camera.
No.
The camera just kind of follows you around everywhere you go. So combat's an absolute nightmare. And so I played Soul Reaver Legacy of Kain. It was like my favorite game growing up. Played it again last year, and I was like, this fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And I really regretted playing it.
It means your characters like jog backwards and forwards, like they're sort of playing football.
Yes,
Yeah.
or when people go like round a corner when they're running, and actually you can, if you're meant to sort of go backwards and then rotate instead of just running round in a semicircle.
It's like they're sort of warming up. They
run like a
move-
what? You're so
they move
right. I've never thought
forward,
about it
And then
like
they
that.
move back.
Yeah.
And there's
They're
no
skipping.
There's no sort of actual fluidity with the body.
Yeah, and so that as a result, I'm like having a difficult time with. Yeah, there's so many games I want to revisit from that era, and I'm like, I have to stop myself because it will suck.
Can't go back. You can never go back.
Can't go back.
Nostalgia barrier, Medal of Honor, Allied Assault, original Call of Duty, all of that. Because they've got these levels that when I was a kid were like, wow, it's like I'm in a film. And I know from looking on YouTube, it looks like when Homer Simpson is 3D in the 90s briefly.
Yeah.
It looks shit.
Yeah, Medal of Honor Frontline, I think, still looks. That was the PlayStation version of Allied Assault. That Omaha beach landing, you watch it now, you're still like, that's really fucking good for like PS2 era. It is really good.
It's all great for the era, but you know, it's not. You're going to only compare it to how much it made you feel a genuine burst of pure adrenaline as like an 11-year-old.
How about this?
Fear.
This is the third time I'm playing Heavy Rain. Okay.
Oh, fuck it.
Hear me out. Once was when I was at uni, and it was mind-blowing because it was 2010.
We've got to talk about this on the Patreon.
And then the next time was Twitch streaming in lockdown, and I played it for like a laugh, and I was killing myself laughing playing it because it's unintentionally very funny. And then there's this time. That sort of game, like Until Dawn, I would normally never replay because I enjoy... Had this with like the Walking Dead game as well. I really, really enjoy the idea that you are driving the story forward and decisions I make will be different to decisions you make, and a character who might be alive in my game at the end might not be alive in your game, and vice versa. I don't want to see those cracks that will surely appear if I play it for a second time, where I'm like, oh my God, I decided not to save this person's life, and actually it turns out 4 chapters later they come back in and they were fine all along. Like that would annoy me.
Yeah, it's
So
disappointing when you realise you're offered a decision in a game and it's completely, it's the same result either way. I think this happened in the 007 game to me recently. I was offered either that or there was like a small glitch in whatever I was playing. I was offered 2 responses to something and I chose one, and then the same thing happened regardless of choosing the other.
Yes.
I think.
Although I see 007 as not a choice-based game, but I see it as not a choice-based game, so it doesn't bother me as much. But I think...
But then if they're going to give me 2 choices, just don't give me 2 choices.
Television has a habit of doing this at the moment. Rival Series 2, Hacks did it on about 3 occasions, ending on such a cliffhanger that is immediately resolved within minute 1 of the new series, and things go back to the way they were.
Yeah.
You got, like, character was nearly killed at the end of his series. Are they dead? Are they alive? And then they're like, no, not only are they absolutely fine, they've actually lost all memories of what happened. And you go... You've wasted my year because I've waited a year for this. That's kind of how I feel. So I think Until Dawn was something I replayed, and I was really sad when I saw that my decisions didn't have the impact that I thought they did. But then again, in games where your decisions definitely do have an impact, like Baldur's Gate 3, and it's incredible and they've thought out every single possibility, I don't want to replay those because the first time was canon for me. And I'm like, that was the story and it ended that way and it was perfect. The only way I could replay Baldur's Gate 3 now would be to do like an evil playthrough.
Yeah.
And you get a completely different game, but it means killing off all your friends and stuff. I don't want to do that. I saw them happy at the end of the version I played.
Yeah, and if somebody's reacting to you differently, you're playing a game and you were friends with somebody and then you go through an evil playthrough and they're not friends with you.
Yeah.
Does that feel bad?
Yeah, I'm someone who I don't enjoy an evil playthrough. I don't enjoy being meaningful.
Evil first and then do a good one?
Dark Urge is a little subtitle below it saying like not recommended for your first playthrough.
Oh.
Yeah,
Right.
and I'm like, because they're like, it's so different to the intended game experience. Oh, the main game experience allows you to be evil, it allows you to be a dick, but Dark Urge is like a specific storyline where a little troll in a top hat is just giving you like really horrid things to do.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a whole different
So
thing.
it's very realistic.
Oh yeah,
It's like real life.
yeah. For Hatman.
Well, no, Graham. I ignore him mainly, but it would be interesting. To play. So there's a game I can play where it's like if I did what
It's just
Graham
your life.
said.
It's live. Yeah. It's a real life sim.
Now a good time to mention that we record at Pierre's house and his freezer is full of arms.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But only lefts. Only lefts. So something to think about.
Is
Where
that
are
like
the rights?
Is there like a genre where you're like, not once I've done that once, never again?
I don't think I'll replay Hitman.
Yeah.
And like, it's supposed to have
Infinite
replay value. Yeah.
and maybe it's because we did too much for too.
We did every single level.
Such an intense period of time.
Yeah.
But I
Maybe
don't
it's
feel
that.
any kind of intrigue or interest to go back and.
We did the Hitman equivalent of a sort of sharing bag of like Cheetos.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Where like it gets to the point where like your mouth is just like being glued shut by
Made
cheese
ourselves
powder,
feel sick.
and you're just like, I can't have any more Cheetos.
I've said
ever
this
again.
before, the lack of satisfaction from getting full off a bag of crisps is horrible. Because as I've said before, your stomach is full of smithereens. And it's a horrible sensation.
It's full of.
Don't fill up on smithereens.
I've got to digest my smithereens.
Yeah.
It's full of middleman mash.
Yeah.
You're the middleman. You're mashing it.
Yeah.
Mashed potato.
Mashed potato.
Middleman mash.
Middleman mash.
Middleman mash.
Middleman mash.
They do the middleman mash.
They do the
It was a Pringles smash.
Sorry, as you was about to say, Pierre.
I think stuff like Witcher, I wouldn't replay.
3 times.
You love it 3 times. don't you?
Yeah.
You're cuckoo.
Well, Witcher 3, I played it in 2015. Got back from the Edinburgh Fringe, got back from Amsterdam. Second time it's come up in this podcast. This is a separate Amsterdam occasion. But I came back. The Edinburgh Fringe was historically like the end of the financial year or the end of the year as a comedian. You're like,
exams.
it's end of exams. So that the last week of August, first week of September was always the most relaxed you could feel. And so I bought a PlayStation 4 and The Witcher was the first thing I had. And it was just a magical experience. I just had no commitments for a few weeks. And I loved it, but I made some bad decisions. In the context of the game, I was really sad with the ending I got, and also I was aware that I was so excited to see the main story. I was not rushing through it, but there were side quests that I missed, and I'm usually somebody comprehensively with a game I love does all the side quests. I wanted to see what other endings I could get, and about a year later I tried it again and loved it, and then I did it a third time to play both the DLCs.
Well, the DLCs is different because that's a new game.
No. I did the entire game and then the 2 DLCs.
Is this the
You're
original
insane.
Witcher, the first Witcher game?
No, the first Witcher I think was only on like Xbox maybe. That was years and years ago. Then there's
So which Witcher?
Witcher 3. Witcher 2 I've got an Xbox and I've given it a go, but it's quite a linear experience and it's one where I'm going to have to sit through and be like, eat your vegetables. I'm doing this as like historical research into video games.
Oh my God.
You know, it's a bit janky.
I can't believe you can even do that.
Whereas Witcher 3 is quite dated now. But I wonder if they'll zhuzh things up for the extra DLC coming next year, the new expansion coming.
Maybe.
So it was just, but also a real proper fantasy world that you could really get lost in. That was beautiful, had an incredible soundtrack.
Yeah.
I could play it again. I could start it again. It has been at least 7 years since I last played it. I could comfortably play it again from the start. It's so gorgeous.
Games that I feel like I currently couldn't play again. But I think I will get to a point where I'd like to. I really enjoyed Spider-Man, bought and then did not play Miles Morales.
Oh.
Because I started playing it and was like, this feels like more of the same.
It
And it is. And I was like, I've had enough of this right now.
So you need like a couple of years off.
I think maybe but now I feel like maybe I'm ready to go.
Have some more
Save it
smithereens.
for Christmas. It's a Christmas game. It's
is.
set during Christmas. It's wonderful.
Ah.
Yeah. That the biggest change they make is snowy New York with lots of Christmas trees everywhere. That's like it felt like a season you get in a game, you know, like Fortnite. It's good. It's definitely worth checking
Special
out.
event.
Yeah. Those yeah, do you know what? The big particularly PlayStation, the big PlayStation exclusives, they're third-person over-the-shoulder games, I'm always like, are always the best games of the year, among the best games of the year, and some of them the best games of all time, and I never, ever want to replay them. They're such cinematic experiences that you just play in a concentrated burst. A bit like Ghost of Tsushima, I would never play that again.
Why? Tell us why.
Why?
Too many repetitive open-world tasks that I found myself just ticking off just as a means of like tidying the map. That by the time I got to like the third region, I was like, we're not fucking doing this again. And I almost bounced off it. Yote was much better. The side stuff is a lot more organic and it's much more varied.
So tidying your bedroom, but you've got 3 bedrooms.
Yeah, the perils of being like Justin Bieber.
Oh my God, the perils of being Justin Bieber.
Constantly tidying his bedrooms,
Yeah.
given what you were saying.
Yeah, for you? Any genre you're like, done, did it, liked it, but no.
RPGs, like Witcher.
Oh, right, okay.
Because it's just like, well, I've got to do this whole job again. It's like doing my A-levels again or something. It's like, but again,
Would you replay Dark Souls?
maybe just because.
3 times.
But that makes more sense to me because I fucked up my character by choosing Captain Average.
Yeah.
Whereas I'd play it again with just like oops, all wizard.
Well, you played it as Legolas.
I did, yeah, just arrows.
Yeah.
Whereas
I love that Miyazaki, the creator, is always like, you just play it in whichever way you want to. And I think that would be the only way he'd go, well, not like that.
we say, you have brought shame upon me.
Yeah. Where you hit arrows from a distance where you weren't triggering their
You never,
alert
you
state.
never fully entered the game.
I don't think you entered the game.
They were just going, ow, ow,
Yeah.
like that. But every time, like, I roar for e-girls or someone,
Yeah.
or like
Oh
Mr.
my
Poop or whatever
God.
the guy's name was, would teleport into my universe.
Yeah.
It would always just be a shriveled old man with a staff the size of a Vauxhall Astra on a stick.
That could
And he would
just
just go,
explode anything.
bam.
The people
Yeah.
you see, they're weird. They'd never wear armor.
No.
The most famous of this was in Elden Ring. Did you ever hear of Let Me Solo Her?
Yes.
There's an impossibly hard boss in Elden Ring who, every time she hits you, she gets that amount of health that you've lost back.
Oh, fuck.
So there is a way you can get her down to a last slither and she can return to fully full health, undo everything you've done. And she had one move called like Waterfowl Dance, which was almost impossible to avoid. It was just this flurry of swords. But this guy called Let Me Solo Her would come on, and what he meant if you summoned him was like, no, you stand back. And he had a jug on his head.
I hate that he's called Let Me Solo.
Let Me Solo Her is horrible. But From Software, I think, gifted him a sword.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So cool.
Sword in real life or sword in the game?
Sword in real life.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But yeah, Let Me Solo just this person in their pants. Like the avatar was in their pants.
Imagine being so good at gaming that you end up being able to build a sword throne like from Game of Thrones, just from gifted swords. From gaming
Gets another sword, throws it on the sword pile.
Yeah.
It's the throne from Game of Thrones, but it's got light up kind of LEDs, like a gaming chair.
Fat chair, you'd just be like,
It's got a cup holder.
yeah. Armchairs are comfier. Do you know what I mean?
But you're supposed to sit in it while you're passing judgment upon the realm, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're not hanging out in
it's
there.
not. Yeah.
I would probably replay Dark Souls again to try and become scrawny, nude old man wizard with giant stick that just shoots blue ghosts at people and they burst.
But wouldn't you do that in Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne in order to be like, one, new environment, new bosses?
Maybe 3, but from what you've told me, not 2.
People don't like 2. I love 2. People don't like it. Yeah. And Bloodborne isn't on PC. PlayStation only. Yeah. Speaking of PlayStation only, Heavy Rain was previously PlayStation only, but obviously came to Steam, which allowed you to play it, which is hopefully allowing
what a
a
wonderful
lot of
gift.
you to play it
Finally.
at home.
Poop in my mouth.
If you want to hear
Instead
us
of in the toilet.
make our way through
I'm
this
so jealous of all the other people with poop in their mouth. And finally,
interactive
they've made poop compatible for my mouth.
movie detective thriller, then head over to the paid tier of our Patreon, the middle tier, of course, where every week you get an extra episode called Hidden Cash, where we talk about our gaming gripes. I recommend a game that I think you may never have heard of. And also, for the next few weeks, we are going to be playing through Heavy Rain. If you want to play along but don't want to listen to the episode just yet and want to know where you reach, we, in this first episode, are playing up to and including Scott Shelby's first scene. He's the private investigator. Anyway, that's all we've got time for. Next week, our big topic is going to be... You gotta be fucking kidding me. That's the name of the episode. That's the name of the topic. And have a think about how that applies to you. In the meantime, thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Pierre. I've been Glenn. We really, really appreciate you being part of Button Boys, and we're going to see you next week.
Button Boys.